So I am going to make this video hastily in between some other things that I'm supposed to be doing, but this is just an active reaction to watching the unfolding of events here of the Steven Crowder situation. But that's not really what I'm focusing in on right now. What I'm focusing in on is Tim Pool talking about Jeremy Boring's response to Steven Crowder's video about the contracts that were given to him by the Daily Wire and other organizations that are big con, as he calls them. That is not my point, though. I want to zone in and hyper focus on what Tim Pool said in a very specific portion of his conversation there. That was when he was talking about how he doesn't think that Steven Crowder should have made a video about it based off of collateral damage. And he has reservations about videos that he makes and truth that he tells because of the collateral damage, meaning that he doesn't want big corporations who are doing terrible things in the world to go after him and make it so that he loses money on his platform and isn't able to pay himself, of course, but also his employees. He always tries to make it seem like he's caring about his employees. This is one of the most hypocritical things that I have ever witnessed with my own eyes, specifically, because this is a man who told people to quit their jobs over DEI propaganda that he doesn't agree with, trans inclusionary talk, all of these kind of things, to quit their jobs over such and such mandates, that thing, telling people to quit their jobs, people who can barely afford to live with the rising economic situation that America is in with those jobs. Telling them to quit their jobs, and if they don't care enough, then they shouldn't even talk about it. I understand that he's a passionate man, but that is so foolish and hypocritical for him to say those things and then turn back around and talk about how he can't compromise talking about certain situations because that would take away his platform from him. Do you think that the people who have the information on what went on in the Epstein Island have similar feelings about why they haven't released any of that information, but you don't care in that situation because it's something that you want? What about the people who I just mentioned who are at their jobs and have to deal with DEI propaganda at their work, or the mandates where they had to face real issues about putting food on the table of their families? Tim Pool does not have a family. Meaning, he has parents and things like that. He doesn't have a wife and kids. I don't have a wife and kids, so I'm not trying to even compare myself. I have compassion and empathy for others, and I'm not one of those people on the other side where it's, oh, you should only have compassion and empathy. But I am going to say that as far as that goes, you have to pay attention to the things that you say, and you cannot expect more from other people than you are willing to put forth yourself. I really, really hope that not this video. I know this video is not going to make it to a person like him. But I really hope that something like, give me 1 second here. I know this is unprofessional, but I don't care. I'm not a professional YouTuber anyways. I have an actual job. But anyways, you cannot tell people to quit their job and ruin their existence when you're not willing to even put forth a little bit of this. And it's a different thing when we're talking about people whose jobs are not journalism and talking about the truth. That is literally your job, is to tell the truth. And you say that you have reservations about telling the truth about a big corporation because of the collateral damage that it could cause. I hope that you guys really understand how disgusting that is. I'm probably going to be making a different, more in-depth video about this because this is kind of like an off-the-cuff reaction. But I just could not let this bullshit go by uncommented, uncriticized. It's ridiculous. And check out the comment section on the video because I went in to say exactly what I'm saying now, and I saw a million people saying the same thing, and I'm so thankful because great minds look alike or think alike. And fortunately, Tim Pool does attract a lot of great minds to his show. And he is a great mind. This is not a total bashing of him because I understand what he's saying, that he is a net positive. Doesn't mean that I don't talk about him and criticize this because I'm afraid, what if Tim Pool doesn't like it and tries to shut my YouTube channel down or whatever? That's exactly what he said. What a sissy. Be a man. Be the man that you try and pretend that you are on your show.